Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you are watching or listening to this, and welcome to Link Up Leaders, your direct link to leaders in supply chain and e-commerce. My name is Lisa Kinsky. I'm your co-host and producer. I said that backwards. Man, it's been a week since we recorded our last one, and I'm so off. Oh gosh, I don't know what's going on. Well, good morning, everybody. I'm joined by Francois, as always. Good Lord, just take over. I'm not here. I'm not here today.
Well, how are you doing today this morning, Lisa?
I actually have coffee today. I went coffee free on Friday, and I think I just didn't have it in my system long enough. It needs to catch up. But otherwise, I'm fantastic. We're in our new pod space, and you are in your new office, and it's lovely. It's wonderful. So how are you? Because you just got back in from Pittsburgh.
Yeah, last night. Doing great. Back in sunny Atlanta, where it's way too humid and way too nice compared to Pittsburgh. But yeah, no, I'm excited for today's conversation, so I'm doing great.
I am too. And we have a dear friend, and you have been on his show before, his podcast, Dr. Amazon, and we've had a bunch of conversations. Today with us, we have Vitalii Khyzhniak. Did I say that right?
Yes, right, correctly.
Okay, awesome. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, thank you so much, guys. That is a big pleasure for me. And congratulations with the new podcast studio that you have.
Thank you. Isn't she lovely? I have all my soundboards that nobody can see, but I'm just very excited about my plants. I'm happy to have. And I have a whole greenery wall that nobody can see. I was going to put it behind me, but it used to be on the ceiling. I've got a wild little space in here. I really am spoiled. I am spoiled rotten at Noviland.
But that is cool. That is amazing. You have a lot of space, to create a new content for our audience.
Exactly. Yeah. Yes. And we're... Jack had one of our new team members, he had this idea of just having a separate show where Francois and I kind of just riff. And I'm like, maybe we'll just both be on opposite ends of the couch now. I don't know. But welcome to the show. Idea. I think that would be fun. Yeah. Just
we'll see.
The Millennial
We'll check it out.
Show. Just talk about shit. Well, Vitalii, for those who maybe are not familiar with you or maybe just haven't heard of you or heard of your show, why don't you go ahead and give us a background? How did you get into e-commerce and with Profit Whales?
Yeah, of course. That is a cool story, because the Amazon and the e-commerce is so specific. It's so specific niches to be in. And I have started with my travel and marketing experience, I guess, because I spent a lot of time studying a marketing abroad because I am live in Ukraine, and right now I'm here. And according to that, I do have a lot of conferences around the world, the marketing conferences, and I meets one of the great topics that I right now working in is the digital marketing. The marketing, but online, and how to work with all these metrics. And that was some kind of one of the main signals for me, as I like it. I like that the business could be in indicators. It could be calculated. You will not miss something. You will every time control if you know where you should do that. So according to that, I'm started working in the case of the Google Analytics, the Google Ads, all these marketing tools. And I'm starting working in part of one agency. Then I grew up into the chief officer, something like that. Then we go into the freelance experience. We start our own company in the case of the same Google Ads and Google Analytics and all this stuff. And after that, I start understanding some other specific topics that I faced on, and one of them that was Amazon exactly.
Very cool.
And what was that? When did you get started sort of in the e-commerce space, but also transition into Amazon?
So the main transition starts from my CMO experience in one company. I'm working in the case of the AR and VR sphere, and I'm working as creating a team and improving all these teams to reaching the business goals, to achieving goals that you do have now for 30 or 40 people, and what you could do next. What is new brands you could hunt to the agency, how to work with that, how to build all these processes. And according to that, I understand that I have done everything that I need in this company, and I would like to find something more, something new for me. And I'm start searching, and I got a call from right now our co-founder Alex, and he told me that we could do something together. Like we could start that. If you think that could be like interesting for you. And I came to their office. We got a great chat with Igor as co-founder and Alex, and I understand like the specific idea what they want. Yeah, because like 2 years ago, the understanding of the advertising in one click on creating all needed things that you need on Amazon with the help of the software and controlling by the human, like in this synergy, that was like some kind of like fantastic for me, because I do work with the people in the case of the agency and like all this human resource that you could have as a team members, and then they try to combine that. As for example, Google had a lot of different things as the tools, how to control that, how to get all this data, how to find the trends. And they try to combine that inside the Amazon, inside one specific niche in the e-commerce, and try to create some trends. And that was like a cool for me. And that's why I start like this journey that where we now as the Chief Growth Officer in the Profit Whales. Yeah.
Awesome. And you have or have not been an Amazon seller yourself?
No, I'm not, but they are. I took all their experience about that. Every time I'm working as like the operations, all you need in the case of the working inside different process, how to work with all the people, how to build teams, how to achieve goals, something like that. But they took all their experience as the Amazon sellers and put that inside our algorithms, inside the software, inside the communication with right now our sales, in case of the understanding the goals that people want to achieve. So this Amazon mindset is like one of our main things that we do have inside the Profit Whales.
Very cool. Do you ever think about being an Amazon seller, since you kind of know how to accelerate the business? And
every time that when we record like again and again the Dr. Amazon podcast, I really thought that, whoa, that is so cool to start right now, build a brand, and you just think about that. And that is so cool. But now I understand that like one of my main things that I would like to do, is to help like hundreds of or thousands of Amazon sellers to do that correctly. And I guess that could be like one of my main missions for now. And because when you're like building a brand, that is absolutely cool. But in case of my mindset, I would be glad to do the same with the help of the Profit Whales.
That's awesome. And Profit Whales has been around for how long? I'm sorry if you mentioned that before and I missed it.
For 3 years. For 3 years, we are on this market. We are working in this sphere. And that was like some kind of a cool journey. We started 3 years as just an agency. So we done something good for our PPC campaigns, and then we got some referrals like in the Amazon community. It's so it's so cool when you could like to knock somebody and to like ask to help them in the case of the advertising, and they will do so. They will, of course, we will do. And we start like trying to help more and more Amazon sellers to provide our unique approach, our structure for them. Like 3 years ago, that was like, what are you doing? Like, why you just separate them on different clusters and different groups? You have so many negatives, like more than we have a good target. So what are you doing? And then when you like put this idea of understanding the algorithms, that start working. So 3 years ago, we started as the agency. Then we move into the SaaS project, as like we create our own software, and then we close that. But we like save it for our clients and for our like members. I mean, our colleagues, they could work with that. Our specialists, they use our software, but it's some kind of like closed, unique software that we our main idea is that we are nerds in the Amazon sphere. We create softwares for our own. Like, what are you doing? Oh, we are creating software for us. No matter about that. So we start from that, and now it's like a 1 year and more. We're working as like the business accelerator for the Amazon brands.
Very cool.
And how does that work for a seller to start working with an agency? I think that's something that we've talked to we've talked to many that have had their own agencies. But how does it work, sort of the transition of being a solo Amazon seller that's running all their own PPC and marketing strategies to working with an agency?
That is difficult because for us, the main understanding that we will be just an agency and we will just cover the PPC, that wasn't our main plan, yeah, because we understood that we need to create something more in this way. I mean that we need to help sellers exactly to grow and to boost their sales in the right way. And here we divide all our actions that we need to perform on two sides. Yeah, what you will do and what we will do. And we became not just the agency that you control, we became as the business partner for you. So we need a lot of data from your side. We need to have your plans. After that, we will do the analysis, like the audit, and we will provide our plans that we see in the case of the all data that you have inside your Amazon account, according to niche competitors. Everything we will try to compare and understand, is that correct goals? What should we improve? What we should do next? And when you get all this support, of course, for you that is something that you're looking for, because a lot of people and Amazon sellers, they want to have more hours inside the day, not at 24 to optimize everything, to deal with all needed small or big tasks. They need more 40 hours, something like that. We do provide that. I mean, we provide additional time. Yeah, if you start working with the Profit Whales, you could be sure that the software, for example, will work 24/7 on optimizing your campaigns, and everything will be fine. But you will also get a support of analytics, marketing, PPC specialists, client managers that will also follow your project in a case of what we should do for the long term or short term, for everything that you need. But we need to that not on our side. Yeah, we need your help too, your involvement in the business, absolutely, because we would like to achieve the goals together.
So at what point does an Amazon seller determine that they need somebody like Profit Whales? Is it just they want to grow, they've hit a wall, or is it mostly just a matter of time?
No, the main questions for them is the goals that they would like to achieve. If they think that there is a great time to scale their business in 2 times or 3 times, and they could feel it inside the niche, for example, or inside the product that they would like to launch. Okay, let's find the answers inside the data. Yeah, let's find the answers inside the all numbers that you have, and according to that, you need the analysis. The same we could do if you are strong brand with the big name inside the world, and now you want to go into the Amazon and compete with all these sellers. How to do that correctly? What is the right strategy for that? And also the analysis is one of the main steps that we will start. We'll provide you with the roadmap about that, and it's a plan with actions how to deal with that. And also I guess one of the most common goals that a lot of Amazon sellers and e-commerce sellers, they want is how to figure out how to work with the net profit. Yeah, how to increase that. And it's also a big question. You will not have only one answer. You will need to find to analyze all your ways, directions, all if you have the diversity as your website and other marketing campaigns, stuff like that. Are you doing that correctly? Are you analyzing data correctly or not? So that is one of the main things that we do on the beginning as the consultancy. Yeah, we want to understand exactly what you need. Why do you need that? Because sometimes people just they ask us some questions, or they have some problems. We speak with them and they oh my god, I never thought about that. What should we do? What is our next steps? And yeah, here it is, the main point. Why and how do we help?
Gotcha.
Yeah, I mean, most of the time when I think PPC, or at least to the sellers that I've spoken to about PPC, they think of it as, let me pour money in here, gain traffic, and try to increase conversions. But I imagine there's a lot more to the strategy itself. Is there resources out there or anything out there that sort of helps guide, what are the marketing channels and strategies, or is that something like you have to go through an agency or consultancy to actually figure out?
Of course, the cool thing here is that to find answer, you need to analyze one question in different sources, and to try to find some trends, not only inside the Amazon. It's so cool when you do the research, but not using like the same tools, for example, because sometimes that we recommend to people to do, if you will go, for example, to Google Trends, you will also find a cool insights about your niche, because right now people that could be not a good season for you, for example, to promote your brand, and maybe right now you should start preparing that, because in a few months you will get like this boom, and have to do that correctly. Also, the same thing is if you have not only the Amazon, if you have other campaigns as Google Ads campaigns, or the that could be your Shopify data or something like that, your website data. Let's go and check your audience. What do you have, or do you track that correctly? According to that, you will have a chance to improve every time, improve your listings every time, improve your products. Do the analysis and research in the case of around your competitors as your main comments that your competitors get. Try to find, every time, try to do the research. And if you like thinking about improving or optimizing your brands or your products, that will be absolutely a good point to find some good answers that you could implement right now. So according to that, that is with some kind of nerds, because Amazon right now provided us with a certain more report that you will have a chance to analyze. But nobody will download that during the day to check them, to find some main things. Why do you have sales here or there? Why this SKU is better than other, or something like that. So that's why you need time, or that's why you need right understanding where you should find all these answers.
And I have a potentially dumb question. So as you're talking, I was wondering, are the PPC like algorithms and stuff, do they differ based on the country that you're selling on Amazon in, right? Because there's like Amazon US, there's Amazon UK, I assume now EU and Australia, whatever. Does it change based off of where you're selling?
Sometimes it changes in the case of the ability of the like tools that you could use. Not for all countries. For example, we could do the same sponsor display on the same sponsor brands campaigns or video, stuff like that. But the general sponsor products algorithms, that is like some kind of the same that we could use, or DSP could be different in the case of the diversity of the Amazon. But still, your main understanding, or your like main steps and foundation of your PPC advertising should be every time the same. You should understand how to do that correctly in the case of the structure, in the case of the clustering, in the case of how to work with the keywords, find the right keywords, or to create a Amazon campaigns that every time will generate you new search terms that you will grab from your reports, to put them into the your active campaigns. So that's some kind of your daily routine. If you will do that correctly, you will be like in a good fit. But if you every day think that you do something good, that could be one of like main mistakes that you should solve like here on the beginning.
A lot of that flew over my head when it comes to the marketing and PPC. But I guess, would you mind walking through what exactly PPC, when you say PPC, I imagine you're not just talking Amazon, you're talking on various channels. Can you walk us through sort of which channels you go through for PPC, what you're looking for when, let's say, you're rolling out a new product, or you're even planning a PPC campaign? And then how you sort of analyze it and how you would measure success? Because I know at the beginning you were talking about, hey, you could set these certain measures and you could say that's successful, that's good, or you did bad. I mean, it could go one or two ways, right? Can you walk us through all that?
Yeah, of course. I will start from the Amazon PPC because it's like one of the main thing that we are working with right now. Because all other platforms we use as for showing or getting some data and to set up everything that we need inside the Amazon. So, for example, when we start working in a case of the PPC campaigns and the PPC as the general, you should understand that PPC it's not like the magic pillow that you could use for getting some sales. Yeah, every time when we speak about the PPC performance, we speak about getting traffic from your competitors, and because the Amazon is like the limited platform in the case of the traffic in different niches. And according to that, you should specifically set up everything that you need in this way. If you right now launching your new products, you shouldn't go and to fight with the top competitor for the top performing placement, stuff like that. But Amazon will also not allow you to do that, because right now, in the case of the Amazon, we do have the unit economy, we have the attribution window that Amazon used to calculate, is your good performing for these keywords? Are you performing better than other competitors? And I could provide you with traffic for that. Yeah. So Amazon every time tried to like test you, every time to see, is it effective for you in the case of like the conversion rates that you have for these specific keywords, or are you getting some sales better than your competitors? So if yes, you're paying like more fee to the Amazon, yeah, because Amazon every time get fee when you get a sale. And if the Amazon like keeping this data and every time like day by day you're showing that you could grow, the Amazon could provide you with more traffic and you convert better, you working in with your conversion rate, you will get a better position than your competitors. So every time when we speak about the PPC, we speak about the traffic that we have inside the niche specifically, and this traffic is limited. And how to get like better performance? Start to convert more to grab sales from your competitors, to get more sales. And this strategy will help you to grow to the best sellers, for example. Yeah, because for the best sellers, it's so specific that you need to control your amount of sales and do not allow your nearest competitors to steal your traffic. That's why you could use like the attack campaigns when you appear on the listings of your competitors, or the defense strategies when you get your listing and all your listings in your same product. Yeah, because you should save your traffic around your brand. So with this understanding, you will have a chance to work with Amazon correctly. And if we speak about like the sponsor brands campaigns, you also should like do that in the right way for building a brand. Exactly. Yeah. So these campaigns could be with the high ACOS, but during these months, like first months or 3 months. But what about half in a year? You could every time working on that, and you will have a chance like to boost your brand, brand name on Amazon, and people will try to search it better than a few months ago. So each campaign and each tool, they have their own understanding of what you should do right or wrong. For what needs do you need these campaigns? So according to that, you will have a chance to start your Amazon journey or any advertising journey from the analysis. Have good your product, with whom you could compete. If you find some people, some products that not better than you have like a better rating, more reviews, get a better photos, for example, or titles and bullets, you could put all these competitors around the main targets that you could reach. And also for these targets, you could add some long tail keywords, some like low or mid volume keywords that also allow you to get some traffic, but with a higher conversion rate, because now you're focusing on converting more to get like this attribution window, because like the time frame for that is around like 14 up to 30 days. Amazon every time recalculate it during this time, and every time check, are you growing for this period? No, you will stay on the same level. What about next 2 weeks? Next. And if you show them how you grow, if you show them that you could convert more traffic, you'll get a better positions. Then you will have a chance to get up on top.
So that term you just used, the attribution window, that's actually something I hadn't heard before. Can you dive a little deeper into that? Is that the time from when you like start targeting a keyword to see what the traffic is to determine your rank?
There is like you don't have a specific date like from I mean that, for example, right now today you are launching your first campaigns, and now you are starting working inside the Amazon system as the seller, yeah, and you start creating and performing some data for you that you see on your dashboard and for the Amazon. So Amazon every time start calculating like how profitable you for the Amazon if you use a coupons, if you use a PPC campaigns, if you do sales, how much, because they get a fee from each sale. Yeah, all these things like calculating in some indicators, and Amazon every time recalculate it with the help of their systems, their algorithms. Yeah. According to the different periods. That's why we do have different bestsellers. That's why if you will type some like Süt Kuchen, for example, or dog color, you will see this first page with all the people with different sponsor products, sponsor brands. That's why we do have the brand analytics in the case of the click share and conversion share. Yeah, I mean that's the main understanding how good you're in these specific keywords, how traffic of these keywords you could convert, like this conversion rate around like these specific keywords. So yeah, the attribution window is how good you are performing for the Amazon.
Got it. That makes sense.
And so another thing that I always hear mentioned is this concept of building a brand, right? And I know you mentioned it even with the PPC campaigns. Are you building a brand realistically for your customers, or are you building a brand for Amazon? And I'm asking this because when I think about the brand, I don't think I'm going to go search for XYZ brand. I'm going to look, if I need water bottle, I'm going to search water bottle, right? And if the brand has a lot of reviews and I'm like, oh, okay, that's awesome. People probably liked it. I'll look into them. And so I guess, can you describe what exactly is building a brand? Or I guess, how does that benefit your company the most to build the brand?
Yeah, of course. So, it's like, if we speak in the case of the PPC, yeah, for you, sometimes the brand campaigns could be expensive. Yeah, because a lot of competitors, for example, will try to use your keywords, will try to use your products to be in, and you will every time ask like, should I use them? There is with the high ad cost, we have a low search volume for that. Why do I need them? Like I will invest into the other keywords or campaign for that. But now we are speaking about the diversity. Yeah, our today's world shows us that Amazon is not only a platform where you could sell your products. Yeah, you should go and create your own website. For example, if you do have like these ideas to build a brand, you need to create social medias. You need to build a community, because right now any product launch that couldn't be successful if you don't have a community. Yeah, so these people should follow you in the case of the main ideas that you would like to achieve, and that could be sometimes that is not easy. Yeah, and right now we're speaking about the long term. The long term ideas, how to realize that, because the building in a brand takes like from 3 up to 5 years or more, based on how good you are doing that. What about your preparation? Yeah, what you do have on the beginning, because some people they start only from the Amazon and they tried one product. Okay, that is good. Let's do another. Let's do another. And here it is. They have a different product. They couldn't create a brand, yeah, because it's some kind of like so different. Have to do that. But this main understanding right now, I guess, is like the main trend that we will see for the next few years. Now people will launch product one for the creating a brand in a few years with other 10 products that they will do soon. Yeah, they right now just get a niche. They just right now they try to build your audience, try to build a community. And according to that, that should be your main idea, yeah, for the next few years, because if you want to create a diversity, people will do the same inside the Google. They will ask for your XYZ product in Google first, for example, and they will go to Amazon. I guess no or yes. Yeah, we do have like this main question: will they go or not? If not, you lose the sale. But if you do have a website or Shopify or any other platforms, you do have a higher chance to convert the sale. Yeah. So the same understanding we could put on different other platforms, as the like YouTube, Google, social media, all of them, and the eBay, for example, the Amazon, like all of them. But don't start to do all them in one time, yeah, because all these things you will need like a time, and you should understand: is it profitable for me? Yeah, is it good? So you should start with the one channel to get it profitable. Start another. So find a time and strategy how to do the launch, or the product launch correctly, and then you will have a chance to grow and to scale your brand.
It's very interesting.
Yeah, profitability is interesting, right?
Yeah,
I mean, a lot of, well, it's interesting in the sense that a lot of sellers, because we speak to a lot of new sellers and we speak to a lot of established sellers, and a lot of times they will try to negotiate on price with a lower MOQ than the factory originally even has, right? Or they'll try to test the market with 100, 200 units, and they expect to be profitable on those. That is their definition of success of, hey, I will continue launching this product, or I'll reorder if these 100 or 200 units are profitable. Which it doesn't, to me, it doesn't make sense. You make, let's say $5 on 100 units, you make $500. It's not that much in the grand scheme of things. What would you measure, I guess, what's a healthy time frame to measure profitability? And everyone's going to be different based on the amount of work that they put in. But on average, a good established seller, how do they go about planning out the profitability and how long they're going to continue testing a product to see if it will be profitable?
You have mentioned a cool thing in the case of the stock that people use, for example, to test is it good or not. But I guess I will put not a stock level here. I will start with the like time frame for that. You could start with like a 3 months, and you will have some kind of the marketing activities, and then you will have a decision, or 6 months, and then you will have a decision for this product. Yeah. But before you launch the product, you should understand, what do you have inside this niche? Like, what about your search terms? Is it good time to start this product? Yeah, a lot of things that we could cover in the case of the analytics. But then we have like this cool thing, I guess, inside the Amazon as like the geo ranking, wherein you send the products to the warehouses of Amazon. They get them, and if they get not like enough stock, they will not send like a 5 units around the US for different states. Yeah, they will put them on nearest warehouses, like for 100 and 100. So you will cover like 2 main warehouses or something like that, and you will try to push your product with the help of the PPC, and you will every time ask, why do I have a so high ACOS? If I have like a 200 of these units, everything should work well. But your niche daily sales could be around like 500 or something like that, or 1,000 or 10,000, something like that. And a lot of people think that Amazon could get your product like from New York and put it somewhere in Florida, and here it is, everything should work. But the Amazon, they have the main understanding of 1-day delivery. Your product should be close to the customers.
Yeah.
And if you don't have enough inventory, here it is, your main problem will be inside your stock. So if you will put like not a 200 but a 2,000 to make a test, and you will have a 3 months to push these products, we will have a chance to work with that, because your products will be around all the United States. You will have more impressions, you will have more clicks, still with your conversion if in 5%. Okay, with this amount we'll have a chance to boost it, or to work with the like from 5 up to 7. Yeah, like start working with that. But some people, they every time like hear from them that we will sell this one and I will get more in a few months. No, sorry, but now on Amazon we couldn't work with that. Yeah, that could be one of your main problem and one of your main stoppers. That's why we have like this unit economy. That's why we have like this geo ranking. So your stock is one of the main things that you should control and should analyze. And of course, then we will go into the price. Should we use like for $6 PPC campaigns if products cost around like $6 up to $10 PPC campaigns, and a lot of questions and other. But first of all, for you, that will be exactly the product that you would like to sell and the amount that you would like to reach during this test period.
And that geo ranking is something that I just recently learned about. I don't know if you knew about it, Francois, but I think it was Ben or Carlos. Somebody had mentioned it to us because we've had, guests on the show before. We've just spoken to others in the industry where they're like, I have the top ranking for this product. And I'm like, oh, and I'll go look it up. And I'm like, I don't think that's coming up at the top of mine. But that makes total sense. If they maybe don't have as much in the distribution center down here, then of course it's not going to show up as the top rank. But something I did want to cover, maybe for listeners who don't know, is ACOS. What does that stand for? What does it mean? How is it calculated? And is that exclusive to Amazon? Can you go over that really quick?
Yeah, of course. So in the case of it's one of I guess, really lovely metric, and I knew that a lot of Amazon sellers, they want to follow, like every time try to understand how much do I spend on the advertising, and if I will just try to like divide that into the sales, I will have like this ACOS, and here it is, how good and profitable I am. And every time people wants to get like lower ACOS as possible, and that will be profitable for me because I spent like a $10 and I get like 100 sales. Amazing. Yeah, I could invest more. But here we come back into the same question. Yeah, what do you use for boosting your brand? Are you like generating more and more sales with the help of new keywords? Are you try to do some tests, with the help of like low or mid volume keywords, or you're just fighting for 5 keywords and here it is, you try to push your sales? That will be a main concern, for the most of the accounts that we perform the audit, because we start from the analysis of your structure. We find all your keywords and people ask, you see that we had a 10% ACOS. Could you please do the same? And we say, no, not right now. maybe in few months, but we will have a chance to increase that in 20% ACOS, because that allow you to do that in the case of your target ACOS or break-even ACOS, like the final top grade that you could reach on spending, for getting profitable, for being profitable in sales, if you will use the advertising. But the main idea of the ads is to boost your organic results. It's not just increase the number of sales that you get from the PPC. Here we should forget about the ACOS. Let's speak about like the general understanding how profitable the advertising for the whole Amazon spend, Amazon sales that you get. So if you will just get like the all spend that we have inside the marketing, like the ad spend, and all your sales that you get from like generally from your product or from your Amazon account during some period of time, you will get the macros. You will get this main metric that you will have a chance to analyze and to follow for, like, to follow for, are you performing well? Are you getting some sales from the niche? Are you growing your business correctly? So according to that, we highly recommend to be focusing on your like real money. Let's focus on your profits. Please don't think only inside the advertising, because a lot of people ask us, could you please spend only like a 1,000 per day? And we say, no, let's spend like 5,000 per day, and you will get like the same amount of sales, and you will have like more and more push. And they, okay, that could work. And like, why do you have like all these limits? Like where you got them? You do some analysis or not? Because we do provide you with like the inventory plan, that you have. We do provide you with the marketing budget that you could spend. So how to stay on top, with all your spending? And to be profitable, we use all other metrics. But ACOS, yeah, that could be fine on the beginning to analyze is it good or not.
Gotcha.
It's pretty cool that Amazon has built this thing where you are essentially helping Amazon experiment with itself.
Is it cool
right?
or?
Well, I would say it's interesting. It's more interesting than anything. But like you were talking about inventory before, and how if you have 200 units, they won't send it to all the different fulfillment centers because it's just not worth it for them. They're literally experimenting with your inventory. Where is it going to perform best? Then you're going to have a geo ranking. If you spend with different keywords, hey, just try out these different keywords. If you get a lot of traffic and conversions, we're going to keep boosting you up. You just keep experimenting with Amazon, which is why I find it also interesting that people do put those sort of parameters without even knowing, like, hey, like I can only spend $1,000 a day, unless there's some other financial restriction that they have, right? But you mentioned that you also do this sort of inventory. Did you call it inventory analysis or? Because it has to be tied in with your marketing plans. And Lisa, I forgot who we were talking to exactly about this, but it wasn't too long ago.
I think Chelsea.
Yeah,
Cohen
from
was so stoked.
Amazing. She's going to do some great things. But how do you work with them for the inventory in regards to how much they should have in stock and where that stock should be?
So there is like I really like the Chelsea approach that they use in SoulStock. It's like the inventory minded marketing that they are speaking about, and the main idea here is how to combine this understanding, of the inventory team that's every time working on that and the marketing, and try to plan all your activities and sales during the like 3 months or half in the year, how to do that correctly, because we have some like Prime Day, we have a Mother's Day, we have like all these activities, how to understand how to predict all our results that we will have. So we use all your previous results, like we try to analyze everything that you had previously. We will try to analyze your structure that you have inside the PPC campaigns. We'll also go into your listings to see how good are you working with the keywords. We will analyze the number of keywords that you are ranking right now. And we do have a model that help us to find and to build this like prediction line. We will reach and we will double sales, or we will right now be on the level on getting like on 30%. So let's find a good fit for us and for you, for do not destroying your cash flow. So that will be a main point, because when we are starting, we say, okay, that will be okay for you if we will double your sales in a few months. And they will no. We will go out of budget, out of like all, and we will like sit and waiting for the money. No, please, could we do it slowly? Okay, what slow you are looking for? 30%. We will try to find this fit for you, because when you go into the Amazon business, you could absolutely find main thing that you are ranking on your good ads. How do you work with the geo ranking? What about your niche performance, like in the case of the percentage? I mean, how good your represents in this niche? What about your amount of sales that you're getting from the all amount of sales that you have in this niche? And then we understand how our structure will perform with your product, like approximately. And according to that, we will have a chance to provide our recommendations on that please send on 1,000 units more. We will need them for marketing. Also, please do the same marketing campaigns with our keywords. If you do the Google ads or Facebook ads, you could use, like, because when we are creating a semantic core and all this stuff, you could use all like the same structure for the other platforms. So according to that, you start speaking with the Amazon businesses on other way than all other agencies, because the founders or all these Amazon brands, they want to set up some tasks. But when you came to the profit wheels, sometimes we do send some tasks to the Amazon sellers, like to working on to be in the right fit together, what we should exactly do for reaching all these results, and to get and performing all the sales in the right way for do not destroying your inventory plans and cash flow.
That seems like a really like a hard game to play to me, because like what you had just said about, please send 1,000 more units so that we can, do the marketing and get the geo ranking and things like that. But when they constantly, I say constantly, it's not constant, but when Amazon changes their, you can have 200 max per ASIN based on your IPI, and that they kept changing, and now they've removed that, and it's what do they call it? Product category, I think is what it's called. Yeah, it's essentially for your account. I mean, that's a hard like game to play if you constantly are like trying to up your inventory to increase your marketing, but they're kind of limiting how much you can have, at least at FBA. I mean, of course you can use 3PLs and things like that. But
you're absolutely right. But when we are working with these 7-8 figures, sometimes for them it's not a big deal. I mean that they have this plan, they have this idea to send like a 10,000 units, and for them it's like doesn't matter one plus one more thousand or less, but they need to understand why do they need. So here for you, that will be a main thing that now we're speaking about. We're speaking about the data, how to get right answers into your questions. If I would like to scale your business, or like how should I do that correctly? And in the case of all right now, all the restrictions from the Amazon side, in the case of the inventory, that is it's really difficult to do, and that's why you need to plan all your activities in a few months, like in a half in a year. You right now you should think about the Q4. Right now you should send all your needed things, because we will have like something more soon, in the case of the inventory, and nobody knows. But these plan of actions should be closed like in 6 months, because if you don't have right now the plan where you will be in the niche, or where you will be in this like product cycle inside the Amazon, you will have a big problems with that. That could be a trouble for you.
And thank you for saying you should be planning for Q4 right now. That's we can't yell that loud enough.
I mean, I'm seeing some sellers plan through next year, because we have Q4 and then the holidays for that, and then Chinese New Year.
Yeah,
right?
And they should be. Well, and heaven forbid the Suez Canal happen again, or something similar, if there's another outbreak of COVID or something like that. But, and then too, you never, right now we still don't know when Prime Day is, right? And maybe we should start like taking bets from our guests. Like, okay, when does everybody think Prime Day is going to be? When do you think it's going to be, Vitalii? Or do you know? Do you have an inside man?
I will put just my like thinking about that, because the Prime Day, that could be one of the main like activities that we will have soon, and then we will like do the same I guess in October, the nearest like all other activities that people should be prepared. And if we speak in the case of the like all your inventory, why right now you should think about the Q4, because now you should gain more sales. Right now you should prepare everything to get more and more, to increase your conversion rates, to be ranked on different other keywords. If you will start do that in like in third quarter or in Q4, you will lose like all these positions. Sorry, but the beats that people will fighting on, that will be too high for you, and you will just lose it. But the best sellers, as typically, they will have a lower beats but higher conversion. Right now, Amazon choosing in the case of the conversion and fees that you are getting, but not in the case of the beats that you put inside the advertising. But in the case of the Prime Day, I think that will be in nearer to the like 15th of June or something like that, or maybe 17th, something like that in this period of time, I think.
Somewhere around the middle of June. Okay.
Yeah. It's probably somewhere around there. I would guess the same thing. I would guess because it's no longer just one day, right? It's a few days that are stretched out.
I think they said it was going to be a week this time, is what I read somewhere. It's going to be a whole week, and a lot of people are speculating for it to start like on Father's Day or something, so around like the 20th. So But again, I don't know where they're getting this information. They have inside people. I don't know. Who knows?
They got little birdies chirping.
Mhm.
Well, yeah, I mean, plus supply chain is so screwed up right now, right? It's taking 5-6 weeks to get a booking, and shipping costs are skyrocketing. How is that affecting advertising? Is it affecting advertising?
Of course. You could feel that in the case of in the case of your speed, yeah, because everything could be prepared, everything could be ready for to convert more and more to beat some competitors. But now all people take this all things slowly, because they understand that if they will go right now out of stock, that could be negative for them, yeah. And you should absolutely understand what do you need in the case of the long term, where you should slow down and to get sales more profitable but still on the same level, or you should try to accelerate it in a case of the budgets, for example, or your CPC or something like that, to get more and more. So we're living in this pandemic situation, yeah, when we still don't have a chance to use all our previous experience. I mean, some offline things, and people still sit and do all these online purchases, and everything is good for the e-commerce, but still everything could be different in the case of our behavior, and the supply chain also could change. And you should every time follow the numbers that you see. You should follow and to plan that with the different scenarios, yeah, because the pandemic, I guess show us how that could be, yeah, how that could be if you do not plan your inventory for the next 6 months, yeah, if you do not schedule all your shipping or something like that. So a lot of things working in the case of your the client's behavior inside the Amazon, the how the sellers plan their activities, and if you do not do that in the right way, yeah, you will have some problems.
Absolutely.
Yeah, this kind of forced, I think the industry as a whole the industry as a whole for e-commerce has matured a lot in the past decade, right? With Amazon kind of launching into this FBA model and creating this entire infrastructure around their own warehousing and 2-day fulfillment. And now we're moving to 1-day fulfillment and Amazon lockers. There's so much that goes into it. But the supply chain is one thing that we also have been very privileged to not have to worry about until last year, I would say. It's something where everyone was able to rely on this just-in-time manufacturing. Everyone was used to their, okay, let's say standard 22-day lead time, 22 to 25 days. Some people would put that in their contract in writing and say it has to be within these dates. Otherwise, I'm going to penalize you for this. Or you're going to have to, take off 2% of my invoice, or whatever these cases may be. Well, you can't do that today. Right? This is the market has sort of shifted, right? From this being this very traditionally buyer's market, where you can kind of even be selective with who you're going to bring into your supply chain, and who you're going to be charging and who you're going to be using, to now everyone's kind of going into panic mode. It's like, who am I going to be shipping with? How long is it going to take here? Is it going to be stuck at the port? Am I even going to be able to get a container for it? And then I'm sure that trickles into the marketing. Am I going to be running PPC campaigns? How is the shipping cost and the extended lead times affecting my cash flow? So how much can I actually put into marketing? Where a lot of companies sort of re-auditing their entire infrastructure.
Yes, I think that that were one of the point that people right now start. They have started improve on their online business. It's like the business optimization, yeah, because the optimization of your costs, the optimization of all your processes, the people that working for your brand and how they work. A lot of people start thinking on other way, because we catch this moment when people start thinking is this good opportunity for me? Should I pay these guys for managing like our PPC campaigns, or should I use them to accelerate my like brand right now because I want like to sell it in a few like weeks or something like that? How to do that correctly? What about my PNL? I have never did that in the right way, but now I want like to get my business purchased. How to do that? And these like pandemic situations show us that all your data, all your like business info that you have and you use should be in a good fit. Yeah, should be prepared for scaling, for diversity, for like being purchased, or to realize any of your goals. Yeah, all your businesses, that shouldn't be just the hobby. Yeah, that should be a business for you. And that is not like just the Amazon account where I get like a few thousand per month. There is some kind of the there's like the ecosystem that you use to start growing your brand and what you will do next. So a lot of people start thinking in not only on the search terms. Yeah, and I guess we lose some players that thought that Amazon is easy and Amazon is like, you shouldn't spend a lot of time, you should get the laptop and here it is, here's my sales. No. People start thinking in the case of the teams, in the case of the control in the processes, to how to predict, how to plan. Finally they got like this understanding of the exactly business, that they do something big or they would like to achieve that, and they right now spend a lot of time to like listen different podcasts or live streams on the Facebook, how to do that correctly to get all this experience.
Very cool.
Well, it's the podcast, it's kind of new in this space, but it's not really. Like in the grand scheme of podcasts, it's not new, but in the scheme of like Amazon, I have seen more podcasts start to come up. Dr. Amazon, for example, I love listening to you. So.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say this is the perfect time to give you a chance to plug your show. So
thanks so much. We really like this project, because we spent some time and invite a so cool guest to share their experience in this difficult time. I thought now it's the good time to teach, to find exactly what you want, to find some insights from the specific experts from the e-commerce niche. And if you will have a chance to implement all this, you'll have a chance to make your like your experience on e-commerce easier. Maybe you will have some answers that you will have a chance to implement in a few months, but still you have a chance to try to rewatch that and to also come back or ask any of our guests like directly, because we really think that it's a great project to be and if you would like to get more insights in the case of the e-commerce, you could follow and listen to the Dr. Amazon podcast.
And where can they find Dr. Amazon? You're on, I'm pretty sure you have a YouTube channel and you guys have a separate website for it, or is it on the Profit Wheels website?
You could use our website, you could use our YouTube, the SoundCloud, the all other platforms as like anything, the Spotify, the iTunes, like we try to be everywhere for you to make it easier. So gotcha. Let us know what platform maybe we should add.
You tell us.
Yeah, for real. Looking for more reach because Google Podcasts, we've been going round and round for the last week with them. Well, and then why don't you let everybody know a little bit more about Profit Whales? Tell them, where they can find more information. Do you guys work with, we usually always ask this question too. Do you work with any specific size of seller? Like you've mentioned working with the 7, 8, 9 figures, but do you work with brand new sellers too? Or do you kind of have like a sweet spot of the best fit for clients?
Yeah. I guess unfortunately we are working only with the 7, 9 figures in the case of the advertising and all our tools that we are performing. So we help all these businesses to get their advertising, like to prepare everything that they need to scale to achieve their goals. But for all other sellers, we perform different guides, different recommendations to get into all these positions. Yeah, and of course, you could like follow us on social media, me directly on the Facebook, LinkedIn, anything that you need, yeah, for that. So on our website, you will have and you will find all contact info about us. And of course, follow our blog, because we use a different blog post from our partners. We use some discounts and some recommendations that is like the some hot thing that you could find useful for you. But yeah.
Awesome. And you guys do have a great blog. And I think it's because you set your guest writers up for success, because the guidelines you guys sent over to us were so thorough and I loved it. I was like, we need to do this.
Yeah, right. We want to do it like specific for the people, yeah, because we absolutely understand that we work only with the like a niche sellers, like 7-9 figures. Yeah, we don't have like a lot of them, but still, we want to provide our understanding for all other sellers to make their campaigns like better, to get more info like easier. And that's why we have this cool blog. That's why we have a Dr. Amazon podcast, all our case studies or something like that. So yeah, we want to make the life of Amazon or e-commerce sellers easier. And of course, we will have a chance to do it like better if you will reach the 7-9 figures, and we will have a chance to work together.
Fantastic. And for those that are just listening and not viewing, that website is profitwhales, just like the animal.com. And as you said earlier, Vitalii, folks can get a hold of you through either the Facebook or LinkedIn or contact page. I know you're always on LinkedIn like I am too. So staying pretty active with posting and everything. Well, thank you so much, dear. We've reached about the hour mark. We really appreciate you joining us today. And we never asked, what time is it where you are?
Right now it's 6 p.m. Yeah.
Okay.
I would be a great, that will be awesome to be with you on the same time zone, but still we're in Ukraine, but I am looking forward to get closer.
Absolutely, dear. Well, we're going to be chatting with you a little more after this and doing some more partnerships. So everybody be on the lookout for that. And if you guys liked what you heard or saw today, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share with your network. Again, we're just really passionate about bringing as much information as possible from the leaders in supply chain and e-commerce, such as Vitalii and his team at Profit Whales. So y'all be sure to check out his podcast too. We're going to link that in the description of the video and of the audio experience as well. And we look forward to seeing you guys later this week. Thank you again, Vitalii.
Thank you so much. Thank you for,
Of course, dear.
Thanks, guys. Bye, guys.
Bye.